My name is DJ Chevy, and I'm here to introduce HollyHood.
What's up, Chevy?
What's going on?
Regular.
Regular?
Regular.
Where does that come from? I've heard you say it a ton of times.
I don't know. A bunch of people say it, but we all, like, everybody up Lincoln says regular. Like, it's like, I'm not all the way up here, but I'm not down here. I'm good. I'm just right in the middle. No, everything's regular.
HollyHood.
Yeah.
How'd you get the name?
Well, Holly represents the good part of me, and the hood represents I'm with the BS part of me. So it kind of represents both sides of my personality, like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing.
How did you go about getting involved with music?
Well, music has always been part of my life. I grew up listening to Bob Marley, Sade, Maxi Priest, Earth, Wind and Fire, stuff like that. But I actually wrote my first song when I was 11 in 6th grade detention.
Detention?
Mm-hmm. The one time I had detention, I wrote a song. And I also play the violin and the cello. And I started that before 6th grade detention when I was 9.
How'd you hear about the coalition?
I heard about the coalition through Glenda Grand Johnson, a.k.a. the Good Witch. She added me to it, and I was like, well, what is this? So I went and I looked at it, and I talked to her, and it seemed like it was a good thing, and so I decided that I should participate.
So I'm assuming you rap?
Yes.
Okay. Top 5 artists. They don't have to be rappers, but your top 5 artists. When you turn your radio on or you plug your iPod in, these are the people that you want to listen to.
I love Scarface, number 1. Period, point blank. That's my favorite. It's not all rappers that are my top 5, but Scarface, Sade, Bob Marley, UGK. What's that for? I'm not good at math. I think 4 is good.
Okay. If you were not involved being a rapper in music, what would you be doing?
I mean, what do I do in my daily life? Or what would I be doing if I wasn't
if
doing
you weren't
music,
involved, if you weren't involved with music.
That's a hard question because it's such a huge part of my life that I can't imagine life without it. You know, I always think that the worst thing that could happen to me would be if I couldn't speak to, have music come out of my mouth, or if I couldn't hear to actually hear music. But I would probably do what I just do in the daytime, which is teach, but I don't know what I would do with all that extra part of my life.
Children?
Do I have children?
Yes.
Yes. How
do you balance being a mother and being an artist?
Well, see, that's where the HollyHood comes in. It's kind of interesting because my kids are some of my biggest fans. And being that I have kids made me switch up my style of rap a lot. And it made me filter more of the things I say. I don't always filter it, but I watch it a little bit closer now because I do have kids. And for me, it's like I said, it's part of my daily life, and so it's part of their daily lives too. My kids know that I go to the studio. They know my music. My 4-year-old heard Black and Yellow come on the radio, and a lot of people know I have a Black and Gold song, which is the remix of that. My 4-year-old said, "Mommy, I only like your part on the Black and Yellow song." So, like I said, it's part of my life, so it's part of their life. So for me, it's a real easy balance because that's something that they just grew up right along with it.
Hip hop. What's it mean to you?
Hip hop is a way of life. Grandmaster Caz, I met him up in New York, and I went on one of the History of Hip Hop tours, and he talked about their 4 pillars of hip hop: the DJ, the MC, breakdancing, and graffiti. So for me, loving hip hop means loving that part of this culture. It's not a black thing, it's not a white thing. I think it's just for people who appreciate those elements of this culture, which then lead into a certain style of music, which then also branches off into different genres of hip hop. So for me, it's just loving the aspects of that thing as a whole.
Now being a member of the coalition, what is it that you bring to the table?
I think one of the things I bring is experience. I'm not going to say how old I am, but I'm not the youngest member, and I'm definitely not the oldest member. But I have been doing this for a long time. I've met a lot of people. I've seen the changes in music over the last, I'm going to say several years. I'm not going to talk about decades because we're not going to get into the age thing. But I've seen the changes. I've been involved in the changes. I've made the changes myself. So I think having that experience, I could help some of the younger members, particularly females. I know we have some younger females in the group, and that's what I think I can bring to the table. And also the fact that, I've been in college for a long time, so I have very good written and oral communication skills. So, if anything needs to be written up or presentations to be made, holla at your girl.
You have a studio side, you have a stage side. Which one are you more comfortable with?
What do you mean by studio side?
Studio side, you have to go in the studio and record.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to get on stage and perform. So which one are you more comfortable with? Would you rather be in the studio more and putting out projects, or would you rather be on stage?
See, that's an interesting question because by default, my personality type, I'm an introvert. So if you see me somewhere, I might be to myself, or I might be over in the corner just talking to one person. But then if you see me, for example, when I'm in my classroom, I turn into an extrovert. So there's different parts of me depending on the situation. So I really like doing both. I don't have a preference, but it's just like a different side of me. It's like the Jekyll and the Hyde again comes out depending on the situation. I get in where I fit in.
Okay. Finish the statement. I will be successful when.
Okay, this one's a little difficult for me because I think I view success differently than a lot of people do. I think I am successful. I look at success, or I look for successes every day of my life. Have I helped somebody today? Have I done something that's made somebody feel good? Or have I done something to make somebody be able to improve on what they are trying to do? Or have I done something that for myself or for my kids? So every day I look for personal successes, so I feel like I am successful already. As long as I can keep helping people, I'm going to continue to be successful.
Cool. Well, thank you. Thank you for being a part of the 412 Coalition. And thank you for coming to do your video. And I can't wait to, work with you personally. We've done some small things, but I would definitely be up for doing a project with you, mixtape and that whole thing.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.